Hello, welcome back. In the previous part we have added our welcome.js. Okay, just close this welcome, save it, close this file, close your side panel, Firebase, close this login string, and we need to close home as well. Okay, so close this sign up as well. Go in here and go to your and sign in. Copy each and everything from here. Okay, and go to your profile.js and paste it in here. And we need to add one more thing in the last, which is reactostify dist reactostify.css. We have added reactostify. When we go in here, when I update this photo and update, then it will give you update info success. So this is the style, so we need to add this style in here. Okay, we need to remove each function from here. Okay, we need to remove every function. So this is the constructor. Okay, and we need to remove these states as well. And if we go below, then in here we need to write color pink so that the React loading will be displayed in pink color. And go below, and if we go in here, we do need this image, we do need this name and status text fields. So go in here, so we do need this name. Okay, so we will give it name, and this is the label, capital name, and we'll remove this password. Okay, in here the value is going to be changed, and we will call this function, we will call on change nickname. This is going to be function. So we need to update state here. So go to your site panel and copy this. Okay, and paste it inside your state. Now we will change a couple of things. Okay, now first we have a Firebase document ID. Remember, we are getting our local storage here, so we need to write comma. This is the state and the state object. So first we do need our is loading, and first we have false, and this is comma. Then we will change the name with state document ID, or just write key. And then we will need our current user ID, which will be placed in just ID. So since this is the object, so we will write colon, ID is also going to be colon. So photo URL is going to be stored inside photo URL, and name is name, and we have copied it outside from login screen, so everything is imported, you can see in here. And we do need our status as well, so go and write your status with about me, local storage dot get item, local storage strings dot description. Now our states have been updated with the local storage. So in here we do need two different strings. First is this dot new photo, and by the way this is going to be null, and we need this new photo URL. We will talk about both of them later. And if we go here, we need this image and this button, and name and status. Go below, and we need to remove this form. Remove this form here and remove this form from here. Okay, so go above. Okay, in here just below this, and by the way we have profile written above, so we will remove this link from here. Okay, and we will write profile. If we save for now, then go back to the project, then we are receiving error, and the error is in here. So the value of this text field is coming from here, this dot state dot name. Okay, we are setting our name with local storage. Now save, and you can see we have profile. We need to remove this home icon from here. We have removed this home icon. Go back, we have profile, so we need to change the styling as well. Rest of the things will remain same. We will add both of this button with update profile and back. So go back in here and remove this tag and just write profile. Save. Now profile is ready. Go below, and we need to add now in here this image and button. Go back in here just below this div. Remember, this styled object is ready to use. We have copied it from sign in, and create div, and we have a class name. Okay, class name is view wrap item, sorry, input file, and we'll give it image as closing tag. So we have a class name, and give it image input file, alt property icon gallery, and we have a source. We give it source with. So in here we need to create one more file, okay, so that we can add different images in here, like this image, and we want to write some more images like this Emojis. So we need to create one more file in here. Go to components and create a file. We'll give it project and images.js. So in here we will write const images. We will create object, and in here we will write choose file, and we will write require, and we require this particular image. If we go inside our images, so this input file should be added in here. So we will write okay, and we will add IC input file, okay, and export it. We will add remaining images later on when we will be working on that. Export default images, and we will write this spelling images. Save this file, go to your profile and import here, import images, and we'll add project images in here. Okay, now if we go below, then we can write images, and I have already written the wrong spelling again. Images, copy and paste it in here, and we are going to use choose file. Okay, this choose file, and on click event. So in on click we will give it arrow function, and we will pass the reference this dot ref input dot click. Okay, if we go in here in profile, then this is just an image, this is not an input. If we click on here, so input element should be taken care of this image when we click on this, so we should reference this image to the input. So go in here and create the input. Okay, so in here we will take ref, which is denoting reference, el is always going to take the arrow function, and then in here this dot ref input is equal to el. So it will going to take this reference from this image, and then we will write accept only image. Okay, and write static, and class name we will write view input file, type is file, and on change we will call this function. We will create different functions at the end of this component. Will on change avatar. Okay, so we haven't created this image. This is going to be take URL, so we will be adding this just above this image. So above in here we will create image and class name, sorry, we'll write, okay, we'll write avatar, and alt is going to be null, and source, okay, source is this dot state dot photo URL, and again we will check if user is currently signed up, then we will be nothing inside this here. So same in the case like we have done inside our side panel, we'll check if this dot state dot photo URL exists, then give it this photo URL, otherwise we are going to give it this image. We have already talked about it. We give it this image. We have uploaded it on Firebase. Okay, in UI we need to add one more thing. We have added our image, we have added our input, we have added our name. Now it is time to add, copy this and add status. We will give it description, okay, name, description, and the label will be status, name will be description, again autocomplete. So we should not write autocomplete here. Okay, remove this autocomplete and remove this autocomplete as well, and remove this required, and remove this required as well. Okay, and we will call on change about me, and this dot state dot about me. If this dot state dot about me is there, then give it this dot state dot about me, otherwise give it nothing. Same in the case here, this dot state dot name, otherwise give nothing. So this is just checking, this is if and else. If this dot state dot name that we are getting from local storage is empty, then give it empty, otherwise give it this dot state dot name. Okay, now it's time to go for here. Just remove this and remove this ID as well. Okay, and remove this type submit because we are not using form. On click, we will give it this dot update info. So we are going to create this function as well, and in span we will give it update, and after clicking back we should give user and send it to back. On click event, we will pass this function and we'll send our user tops dot history dot push to chat. Okay, now we have completed this. If we run our project, then we will be getting error because we haven't created these functions. So let's have a quick break, and then we will be talking about different 4 to 5 functions that we have created. Update info, on change about me, on change nickname, on change avatar, and that is it. Okay, so let's have a quick break here.